get on top of this. So what do we got for, what's the next one?
24. You've been a concrete contractor for a long time. What do you think about it?
It's not for the faint of heart. Concrete demands that you invest yourself fully, and you have to accept the risk, and you have to accept the pain, and it's just part of the job. But
as a designer and builder, creativity, artistic vision, and a focused work ethic are the foundation of my professional life. With this video blog, it is my intent to demonstrate my creative process as well as showcase the talent and ability of my colleagues in the field.
Just doing some basement remodel right now, just try to get the basement apartment up to snuff, and started talking about things, and then you came on board and started getting the big design picture going, and it's all within what we can do, and so he was ready for it, and then it evolved into a stairwell and a little egress window package, and be a cute little deal when it's all done. But it needed something. It was failing miserably, and came up with the final solution.
So that basement apartment, one of the things that, as I recall, that we had, that foundation was pretty bad shape. What did you decide to do with that?
Well, we had brought Lowell in, local concrete expert, and it's an old pour, probably from the 30s. No steel in the wall, so the wall was imploding on the inside. Obviously a lot of pressure on the outside, whether that's water or time, a combination of both. And Lowell had the idea of just cutting the wall out and putting a wall of windows in, and that seemed the quickest and easiest method. And
so when we first excavated the wall, we determined that wall was not going to hold, and we're going to cut it out. This wall did not have a footing under it, so the house and the cold joints from when they poured, and it had very large aggregate, back in the day, probably in the 20s when they poured this. And so we had him cut those vertical cuts, and the wall came out so relatively easy that it kind of spooked us. All we had to do was kick the bottom out with a couple of pry bars and fell right over. So it's a good thing that we're replacing this wall with something that's a heck of a lot more stable, and it'll be a heck of a lot stronger than it was. Let's just say that. Well, I feel really good. I think we've done a good job that was relatively with what the owner wanted and his cost point. It's fairly complicated for a little project with the one-sided pour wall back there to help hold the porch, and then that small wall where the windows are going. Then there's a doorway, and then we had to with a landing down there, so we wanted to get that below frost. So we ended up pouring almost a 9-foot wall, and then we have a stairway that comes wrap around here with a landing that's going to be all concrete. And when we're all done, you're going to have some landscape block and a nice green space over there on the right. I think it's going to be really nice with that light going into the basement apartment down there.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this weblog. We are pleased to share our efforts and experiences in this industry. Please check back or subscribe, as we will be updating the report on this project and others as well in the near future.